Hello everyone, welcome back to TechnoAarambh. So in this video we'll explore useRef hook in React and understand its key use cases. So in this video we'll see how useRef help us to interact with DOM, store values across renders and track component renders all without causing the re-renders. So let's get started. So useRef is a React hook that allows us to persist value across renders without triggering re-renders. It's mainly used for accessing DOM elements, tracking previous value and store mutable values in functional component. Here is the basic syntax of useRef and the key points of useRef. Those are: it stores value across renders, it does not cause re-renders, I repeat, it does not cause re-renders, and used to access DOM element. So in this video we'll explore the practical implementation of useRef hook in functional component. In the previous video, we covered use state and use effect, where we build a counter component to demonstrate state management and lifecycle behaviors in functional component. We saw how use state helps to updating the state and how use effect manage the side effects like mounting and updating. Now in this video, we'll extend the same counter example and see how useRef works. We'll understand how it helps us to store values across render without causing re-render, and how we can use it for interacting with DOM elements. So let's dive into a practical demonstration. So again we'll check the same example of counter where we use the useRef, and in that we'll save the previous value and we'll see without re-rendering the component how this useRef variable will store the previous count value. So again let's create a const for prev value, and then we'll use the useRef previous state. We'll put the previous state value in count to store the previous state value in this ref variable. So here we'll use the another tag to see component render count, where we'll print the previous value. And there is one more thing, that the useRef will always store or point to the current value. So for that we have to put the previous value dot current, then and then only it will show us the previous value. And then here we'll use the prev value dot current is equal to count, where we'll map this count to the previous value, and we'll see how it works without re-rendering, how to store the previous value to the ref, and then accordingly we can pass. So let's save this file, go to the browser, and if you see the component counter is 0 and component render count is also 0. So once we click on the increment button, it will increase the count and it will still persist the previous value without re-rendering the component. So you can see the once I click the counter, it will click the or increase the counter by 1, but the previous value for the counter is 0. So once I click again on the increment button, the count is 2, but the previous value of the count is 1. So in this way we can store the ref value without, so it will persist the value without re-rendering the component. So useRef will store the previous count values by clicking the button or update the count, but it does not triggers the re-render for previous value. And as I said, the ref will holds the value in dot current to check the value in the useRef. So in this way you can use this useRef, and accordingly we can store the value in this useRef hook in React. So the best use for this useRef, so if you, in your case, if you don't want to re-render the component, in that case this useRef hook is widely used to avoid the unnecessary rendering to the component. So we can pass the value from one component to another component, and we can restrict the re-rendering. We can use the help of this use ref hook, and then accordingly we can pass the data from one component to another component. So in this way, this use ref is used in React. So that's all about the use ref hook. We explore how it helps to store the values persistently and prevent unnecessary re-rendering, making our component more efficient. In the next video, we'll dive in the use memo hook in React. We'll understand its purpose, how to use it, and the benefit it offers for performance optimization. If you found this video helpful, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. See you in the next video. Until then, have a wonderful day.